This is Mike Oberther with Client Cycle Marketing, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about fear and sales. All right, I'm a business owner. These are pretty much geared towards small business people, not professional salespeople. Unless you are professional salespeople and you're watching it, thank you very much for watching. The thing I wanted to talk about, though, fear, is because in selling, especially when you're new at it or you've never ever done it, you haven't been in any sales training, you haven't ever worked in a professional sales organization, there's a lot of things that you need to do that are new and potentially uncomfortable. So let's talk about some of those things. Cold calling. If you Google cold calling and whether or not it's effective, you will get an even distribution almost of people saying it's the only way to go, people saying it's completely dead and you should never do it anymore, people saying it's an intrusion and terrible. I mean, there's so much propaganda about it. The reality is that the people out there telling you that it's dead or it's the wrong thing to do, they're falling into one of two camps. Either A, they were never good at it, or they hated it so much that they're trying to make a living on teaching you that it's the wrong thing to do, and they're selling you other ways of getting business. And there's nothing wrong with the ways they're telling you to get business. You need to have a balance. Cold calling is effective. Picking up the phone, asking for someone specific for the right reasons, and having a very targeted message for that human being is great. If you have a solution that's going to help them with their business and you have a way in maybe 10 seconds that you can explain it to them, they're not going to be mad at you. And if you do it right, they're going to ask you questions about it, and most likely you're going to set an appointment, and you're going to have an opportunity to help somebody. So that's the fear number one, picking up the phone or knocking on the door and going in and asking for the decision maker you want to meet with. You know, for me, typically, I'm looking to meet with business owners. So I do a lot of work, a lot of research, figuring out who's the owner of the business. If they don't want to talk with me about marketing and sales for their business and they want to refer me down to their marketing director or their sales and marketing director, great. I'm completely fine with that. That's the owner of the business telling me, go talk to this guy. And that guy's going to talk to me because the owner told him to. So what's my point? It's that if you let fear get in the way of you taking action, whether that be picking up the phone, knocking on the door, making a follow-up call because you're afraid they're going to tell you they're not interested in working with you, you're going to waste a lot of time, and it's all because of superficial fear. The challenge I want to give you right now is to always do the thing that is scaring you the most. Right now, there's a phone call in your calendar or in your mind that you know you need to make and you're afraid of the answer. I want you to stop listening to this video at the end. I want you to make that phone call right away. And I just want you to accept the answer because you have no control over it. You've done your best to create a relationship, show the value of your service, show them that you're a capable service provider. If they don't want to work with you, fine. But you need to get an answer so you can move on one way or the other. So that's the thing that fear does. It gets in the way of you doing the things you know you need to do in order to grow your business. I will give you an example of something I do all the time, and that is make these little videos. I get into my car before I leave for the day, and I make a little video every day. And I put it on LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. And it's out there for the whole world to see. A lot of people that I know personally have access to these things. And there's potential for me to look very silly or stupid in front of people, and it scares the hell out of me. But I do it anyway because this is a way for me to face my fear. I look for things that scare me, and I try to do them so that I can get past them and do them better. And that's what I want you to do too. As always, if you have comments, criticism, or any kind of positive response to this, we'd love to hear it. You can check us out on Twitter at Client Cycle. We're on YouTube at Client Cycle Marketing. We're on Facebook at Client Cycle Marketing. And you can always find us on LinkedIn, Michael Oberther and Mary Jo Cranmore. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk again soon.